And today I'm going to be talking to you guys about how to properly incorporate cardio into your exercise regimen. So I get a lot of questions when it comes to cardio as far as when to incorporate it before or after the workout, how long they should be doing the cardiovascular activity, what type of cardio they should be doing, if they should be doing cardio at all. There are so many different questions, and what I've realized is that a lot of times we look at cardio more as the core of what we should be doing for an exercise regimen when that's not necessarily the case. But there are proper times and ways to be able to incorporate it into your workout. So what I do want to start with is the fact that it is so very vital that you start off your workout, no matter whether you're planning on doing a resistance training, weight training, or you're planning on just doing a long cardiovascular session. Maybe you're doing a 20 to 30 minute high intensity interval training session. You have to remember that it's extremely important to do a 5 to 10 minute light intensity warm up. There's so many reasons for doing this, but first is to prevent injury. Of course, when you're getting more blood flow to the muscles and, tendons and ligaments, everything's getting warmed up. It's going to be more elastic. You're going to decrease your risk for injury. They're going to be able to absorb shock a lot better than a cold muscle. But when you think about what you're trying to do for a workout, of course, you're trying to burn the most calories. You're trying to improve strength, improve endurance. And our body naturally needs oxygen to the muscles and nutrients to the muscles in order to be able to perform at its best. Well, if you're going right from say you're doing your workout in the morning and you were just in bed sleeping, or say you do your workout at night and you were just sitting at a chair, or at least being probably mostly sedentary at your job, and then you're going straight into your workout at the gym, your body has not made that mind muscle connection yet to be able to go and perform at its best. And it doesn't have the proper circulation and blood flow to prepare it for that. So if you find yourself going into a workout and you're not doing a warm up, you're going to fatigue a lot more quickly. As the lactic acid builds up in your muscles and it builds up in your blood, that's a signal for your body to pull back. And you're going to feel a lot more fatigued and exhausted very, very quickly. So if you are just doing a light warm up, even if it's 3 minutes, guys, on, the rower, the elliptical, you're doing some jumping jacks, you're doing some body weight lunges, squats, things like that. These are all dynamic movements that are going to end up bringing blood flow to your muscles, nutrients to your muscles to be able to prepare them for the demands you're about to put on it. And your mind is also getting the connection of, okay, I'm no longer sleeping, or I'm no longer just sitting at a desk. It's priming your body for that. You have to prime those nerves in order to be able to perform at your best. So it's so much more than just preventing injury. You're literally getting your mind ready. Driving to the gym with, your blaring music on can get you in the mindset, can get you psyched and in the zone to be able to go and have a good workout. Or maybe somebody, pissed you off at work and you feel like you don't even need to do a warm up. You can just go right into it because you have enough energy. This is for priming your central nervous system, everything else in your body, so that as powerful as you feel, your body can function that efficiently to be able to put it behind that power. Okay. So not even just that, but when you're coming to a day where you feel like you just don't want to work out, trust me, I have plenty of those. We all do. And especially within the last 5-6 years dealing with my Lyme disease, adrenal fatigue, I've come to the point where I've had many days of the week where I just don't feel like going. But what you'll find a lot of times is if you go to the gym and you just step on the treadmill or do a piece of cardio equipment for 10 minutes just for your warm up, chances are you're going to act your way into feeling like working out. Sometimes we can't just feel our way into action. You need to actually start doing the action, do the behavior. And you'd be surprised how often you will walk into the gym, not feel like being there, but once you get started, you're actually, inspired. You get in the mood for it. And part of that is just priming your brain and body to be able to make those connections that they weren't making for the last 8 hours at work or in sleep. But then there are also days, and I am the first to preach this, that sometimes there will be days that you go to the gym and you get on the piece of cardio equipment and you're doing your 10-minute warm up. And at the end of that, you still feel exhausted. And guys, that's okay. I will be the first to tell you that you need to listen to your body. Now, there's a difference between being lazy and, just not putting in the work, and then being honest with yourself and saying how, you've been sick, or you did not get enough sleep, or you've just been running yourself dry. Sometimes your body's so exhausted that you just need to go home. But chances are a lot of times if you do engage in a warm up, you're going to get your body that much more prepared and ready to be able to perform whatever workout you're doing that day. But the important part to realize here, guys, well, probably like the fifth important part now that you have to remember is that when you're doing a warm up, you do not want to do static stretching. So any type of stretching where you're standing still, you're doing a standing quad stretch, even just, pulling the arm across the chest here, anything where you're really just holding that stretch there. That's designed to be put at the end of a workout. Static stretching is meant to cool the body down. So when you're trying to warm up, you want to be able to do dynamic movements. You want to do the jumping jacks. You want to do, 5 to 10 minutes on the rower or the elliptical or the step mill or the bike or whatever it may be to be able to get the blood flow going. We want to get into that aerobic state, okay? So if you're doing stretching before your workout, especially if you're going to lift, you're actually decreasing the strength in that muscle that you're going to be able to execute. It's been proven. So you're not helping yourself, you're hurting yourself there. As far as when you should be doing your cardio, if it's not a warm up or a cool down, it should be done at the end of the workout. If you're doing resistance training, you're doing weight training, you need every ounce of energy, every single nutrient, every bit of oxygen that you can get in order to execute that. That puts extremely high demands on your body. So you need to remember that if you're doing even like 15, 30, 45, 60 minutes of cardio beforehand, you are pre-exhausting those muscles. You're not helping yourself. You're going to increase your risk for injury. You're not going to be able to execute as many reps. You're not going to be able to, endure as long as you would have before. And you have to remember the benefits of resistance training, the benefits of doing any type of weight training is going to outperform the lasting benefits as far as cardiovascular activity. Now, it's not to say that that's not important. Of course, cardiovascular health is extremely important, but you can also get that through certain types of weight training. And they've proven that the post-exercise oxygen consumption and the level that your metabolism stays at after weight training is high for 48 hours, up to 48 hours after you're done working out, versus if you're doing some type of cardio workout and that's all that you're doing, your metabolism is going to start going down within the next hour or two. It doesn't stay elevated the same way that it does if you incorporate resistance training and you start toning those muscles. So just really think about that as far as what you're prioritizing. I know that a lot of clients will say to me, and trust me, I've been there, done that, and I understand their mindset on this one. They just want to get cardio out of the way because they know at the end of their resistance training workout that they're not going to have the energy to go do cardio, or they're probably going to skimp out on it. But I have suggestions for you as far as, well, first of all, you just need to change your mindset about it. You just need to push yourself, and sometimes that is just self-discipline. Or you can come to a point where you want to split up the days where you're doing cardio and then you're doing your resistance training. Say you do resistance training Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you do your longer cardio sessions on Tuesday, Thursday, maybe add in a Saturday, and then maybe just shrink down the duration of some of your cardio on the days that you are doing resistance training. So that's a little bit more bearable for you. But of course, that varies person to person. But those are just some things that you want to think about. Don't be a cardio bunny. Don't be trying to get it all done in the beginning and think that, it's just helping you as far as making sure that you get it executed. But I would rather you do a good, strong resistance training session and do 10 minutes of cardio at the end than do all your cardio in the beginning and not be able to fully execute in your resistance training sessions.